Good morning. So we're back out and we're at this property in Lee today, and what we're going to do is clean this resin driveway, which has got a bit of algae, a bit of moss which has started to grow on the surface. So we're going to get this nice and clean. It's a shared driveway, so hopefully the neighbours will come out and ask me to clean theirs at the same time, which should come up really nice. And what the plan will be is we're going to use a flat surface cleaner, and then once we've used the flat surface cleaner, we're going to rinse off all the dirt and all the algae and all the moss which comes up. And then what we're going to do after that, we're going to chemically treat it, let that sit for about 20-30 minutes, and then we'll rinse that off, and then we'll see where we're at. But it should come up really nice. And what I'm also going to do is explain the process of how we clean a resin driveway, i.e. what technique, but just as importantly what nozzles we use, because a lot of people will just use the standard nozzles in the flat surface cleaner, which is 25 degrees. However, at Miller's Exterior Cleaning, what I like to do is have different nozzles for different surfaces. So for example, if I'm cleaning block paved driveways, I'll use 15 degrees to get into the weeds and rip them out. If I'm cleaning imprinted concrete or garden flag, so to speak, it'll be 25 degrees. But for more delicate surfaces such as tarmac and resin, I'm gonna use a different type, which is 40 degrees, which is a wider fan, which is a bit kinder on the surface. But all this should just come up and yeah, get looking all nice and new. What I'll do is just get the van empty, talk you through my kit, and we'll go from there. See you in a minute. So just to show you the setup, it's a quite small van inside. As you can see, the long-term goal is have a van mounted system, but until then I'll be alright. So we've got a AC pressure washers Evolution 15 litres per minute at 250 bar, Lonkin pressure washer, 2 flat surface cleaners, a 16-inch whirl away and a smaller one 14-inch, which I do use on the smaller jobs. I've got my chemical from Pure Seal, which has got some surfactant in to help it stick to the surface. I'll be applying that via the X-Jet there. And I've got 30 metres of high pressure hose. That should have been really tied away better, but I just threw it in the van last night. It was a late finish on the job. And I've got 3/4 inch hose, which obviously will run from the customer's tap into my buffer tank there. And then just there in there I've got different nozzles, turbos. I've also got the nozzles for the flat surface cleaners. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is just change the nozzles on the flat surface cleaner. I've also got this. This is a really handy little tool to have. It's a ball valve, so when I'm switching from the flat surface cleaner to the lance, I can just literally turn that, turns the water off, but enables me to swap over from the flat surface cleaner to the lance without having to turn the pressure washer on and off. So that's a handy little tool to have. And as I was talking about the nozzles, as you can see here, just bob that down. Don't know if you can make out. Turn it the right way. No, it's right there. So they're 40-degree nozzles, which means it's just the jet of water which comes out. It'll be 40 degrees compared to what's currently in there, which is 15 degrees, which is a bit kinder on the resin driveway. And that's what we do at Mills Exterior Cleaning. We use different techniques for different driveways. It's not like one fits all. A lot of people come and just turbo nozzle it, but not us. We use the right methods for the right surface. Anyway, let's get them changed over. So what I was saying before was I'm going to line the nozzles up to where the fan will come out, running parallel with the better. As I was explaining before, this is that ball valve. This is a great bit of kit, because obviously now I'm going to connect this up to the flat surface cleaner. Without this, if I wanted to change the lamps, I'm then going to keep turning the machine on and off. But with this, I can just turn the water off, change over to the lamps, and then when I want to go back to the flat surface cleaner, do that. Also, it's a really good rinse down nozzle, which I'll show later on how you can rinse down. I don't really rinse down too much with it because it puts a bit of pressure on the pump. But what I have got is a new rinse nozzle, which was from AC pressure washers, and I'll show you that. Actually, it's 110 degrees, and it's a really good rinse down nozzle. So I'm just going to go and connect the customer's tap. We're using a 19 mil millimeter hose pipe. Then we eliminate any issues we might have with flow. What I mean by that is, if you use the 12 mil or 15 mil sometimes, keep up with the pressure washer, and most of the time you use a 19 mil hose pipe, you get more water. Well, I'll be connecting up, start filling the tank, and while that's filling up, I'm just going to get the brush and brush any debris off the surface, and then I should be ready to clean. So the buffer tank's filling up now, and what you're going to see me do, I'm going to start in the corner there and just work my way in a figure-8 motion or a circular motion. If I used to do it like, if I did it like I was doing block paper patios or driveways and moved up and down, it's going to leave lines or streaks. I'm going to work in circular motion, a figure of 8, and that should stop, or will stop, any streaks or stripes. return nozzle I was telling you about from AC pressure washers, 110 degrees. You've seen how we've just been able to turn the whirlaway off without turning the machine off. I'm just going to rinse down this dry and then apply the petrol. So today we're playing guessing games. Can you guess which one's had the drive cleaned by Miller's exterior cleaning and which one hasn't had the drive cleaned by Miller's exterior cleaning?